That night at the inn, you get to thinking about the ritual. It's a right to protect the island, one passed down through generations of maidens. If Laddie becomes one, she'll have to do the same. Laddie, paying you no mind, gobbles down her food, occasionally choking on bread. Well, sweet dreams. Fila and Hyde await you outside the inn. They tell you that in order to conduct the ritual, they have to visit the altar where the spirit is enshrined. To do so, you must go off the southern shore of the island. A crowd of villagers gathers as your party is about to leave Coveton. A villager hands Fila a talisman shaped like a fish. He says that it contains a spell to help you along the way to the altar and a wish for the ritual success. The villagers shower Fila with warm words of encouragement. It appears the free-spirited maiden's smile has uplifted the villagers' hearts. "Thank you for always watching over me," she says, with the same bright smile as always. When you arrive at the shore, Hyde speaks. Now we go underwater. Hyde explains that the talisman the townspeople gave them contains magic that allows you to breathe underwater. Hyde explains that the temple where the ritual is carried out is underwater. That's why. Hyde sees that you still have your doubts. "Let me show you instead," he says, then activates the magic talisman. "Come on, follow me," Fila exclaims cheerfully. She and Hyde both dive underwater without a moment's hesitation. Laddie looks at the water apprehensively, and you can see her pondering her ability to swim. Before she can drown in self-doubt, though, you take her hand and follow Fila and Hyde's lead. "Stop, we'll drown," Lack shouts, but you pay it no mind. Life seems to be one odd experience after the next lately. Though you're underwater, you can breathe. You inhale deeply, but only air fills your lungs. Laddie stares in wide-eyed wonder at the colorful coral reef and myriad fish swimming about. You find the seabed temple resting quietly at the bottom of the ocean. It's now a peaceful haven for sea creatures. From the window, you can see the few rays of sunlight that reach the sea floor, undulating in the current. Despite being submerged, the temple is filled with air. You can't help but wonder if this is the power of the spirit at work. In her ever-cheerful way, Fila explains that this is where Azure Maidens undertake the ocean trials. "Let's get going," she exclaims. Hyde watches as she leads the way, concern apparent in his eyes. A crystal is carved into the stela. And fight. The stela is shaped like the azure spirit, guardian of the isle. And fight. Teamwork makes the dream work. A temple is carved into the stela. Fortune favors the bold. Excellent. You did great. A fish is carved into the stela. Magnificent. Two fight as one. And fight. Magnificent. The door is sealed tight. The image of a crystal is carved into it. On further inspection, you see words inscribed as well, but they're faint. You can make out the words, "Touch the stela." This must be the trial, Fila murmurs. You decide to look for clues to help her open the door. Maybe I have to do it because it's my trial, Fila says, reaching out toward the stela. Fila gently touches the stela. and it releases a faint light. But the area remains silent. There is no indication that the door has opened. "Let me try again," Fila says, touching the stela once more. This time, the light dissipates. She then panics and replaces her hand on the stela, causing the light to return. It appears the stela can be illuminated and darkened by the Azure Maiden's hand. The image of a crystal and the words, "Touch the stela," are carved into the door. You hear a noise in the distance. It's the sound of the crystal door being unlocked. Past the crystal door is yet another door. On this one is a carving of a temple. You decide that this isn't the stela you're looking for and try to find another. You hear a noise in the distance. It's the sound of the temple door being unlocked. Magnificent. There's a map carved into the door. Realizing that there is no keyhole, you figure it must be sealed by a mysterious power. You recognize the pattern from your own map. This is the South Aisle, you say. From behind you, you hear a door open. Sounds like we're being invited in, Fila remarks. You all exchange looks before heading toward the noise. Fight him off. Excellent. Magnificent. That's not good. Congrats. The stela is shaped like the azure spirit, guardian of the isle. You can see the following words carved into it. When Phila touches the stela, it begins to shake. The maiden steps back, just as the stela transforms into a monster and charges at you. Fight him off. Excellent. It appears some monsters mimic Stila here, Hyde remarks calmly, despite the battle you just fought. Right, you reply. Then steel yourself as you continue your Stila search. Fila gently touches the Stila, and it releases a faint light. But you don't hear a door open. There must be some other Stila you need to illuminate. When you do, you hear a distant sound. There's no doubt the door with the map carving has opened.